Lee. Professor Lee.
Yes, Lee.
Lee.
Yes.
Yes.
R.W. Lee. And he and I got on, as I had been brought up in Roman Dutch law in South Africa, I got on well with him. We published 2 books together, and then when he was one of 2 professors who refused to accept a retiring age. In the end, he lost a leg and had to retire. And then I became the reader in Roman Dutch law, and had very good pupils from South Africa and Sri Lanka. What's now Sri Lanka. That was marvelous. And then I became Regis Professor, and then at the end of the Regis Professor bit, John Gardner turned up.
As he does.
Turned up 12 hours ago, and we got on well together, and that's how we've come to teach for 30 years.
30, yeah.
And for me, it's been just a nice retirement, but for John, it's been a period in which he established himself as a leading philosopher of law. Yes, a leading philosopher of law. Yes, particularly as regards defences to criminal charges and defences to civil
liabilities.
Whatever they call this.
That's the technical term. You want to hand over to me?
Yes.
You expect me to speak?
Well,
that's unheard of.
I don't very shy.
Normally I just sit quietly by your side, Tony, and act as your disciple.
No, you don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that today?
Say what you think.
Well, after all this time, I'd like to say a few home truths, Tony. No. There's not much for me to add, is there? We've had a fantastic 30 years working together.
Yeah.
It's been different every year, partly because early on we made this Faustian pact that we were going to get the students to do all the work, and we were just going to watch them thrive. So Tony and I would have a gentle couple of weeks at the beginning of term when we would each present something we knew very well and didn't have to think about. And then we'd say to the students, so what would you like to do next? And if they were silent, we'd say, well, then this will be the last seminar. And that was an incentive in general to come up with something. So generally it worked very well. Initially you would always get 1 or 2 very tentative approaches from students who were being a little bit perhaps conservative about what they might want to cover, something they thought they should talk about since they were in Oxford, and this was, All Souls College, and nothing very adventurous. But gradually, as the term would wear on, we'd get students who with more outre tastes, willing to try out stuff that we had never heard of before, and often these things were fantastic.
Very good, and it always introduced us to new subjects.
Yes. Every year we had
new subjects.
Yes, exactly.
Very interesting.
Yes, kept us reading. It wasn't always a success. There were a few complete flunks where it turned out that the paper only had 4 or 5 minutes worth of discussion, and then Tony and I would have to invent out of whole cloth a topic for the rest of the 2 hours. That occasionally happened. I'm not going to name names.
On
the whole, it was a success. That's right, and it's enabled us to keep vaguely in tune with changing fashions and new voices in our subject. And also, I think this was really the point, was to get every generation of BCL students to become potential research students by putting them in the difficult position of coming up with a talk right at the beginning, in the first term of their BCL year, and to experiment with creativity and to think about how to find things to read, and they learned a lot of skills that way. And later I personally came to think of it as a skills seminar where it didn't really matter very much what the subject was. It could have been anything. It was really just finding out how to present something and then face some criticism. And what we would do, you and I, we wouldn't leave it to the students to literally teach the class. The students chose the reading, gave a little talk about it, and then we would try to steer their class towards useful topics and
Ah.
make sure that the students doing the presenting were not left isolated up at the front.
Yes, we did.
Yes, exactly. So that was that really worked, I think. Yes,
It worked well.
yes, it really did.
And it has worked for 30 years. Now I can't go on.
Well, I've read your paper about Kant. Kant.
Can't.
Yes. No, you're sure? You sure you fail your own test of ability?
You're going on with the
Yes,
idea.
I'm certainly going to try. That's right. It's going to be you're going to be a hard act to follow. At the moment, I'm not going to attempt to have somebody follow you. I'm just going to blunder on in my own way.
On your own way, yes.
But we'll see.
You may find somebody.
Some new honore may emerge. May arrive somewhere from Glasgow. May just turn up. Who knows where they'll come from?
And if not, you'll have to be a very good ventriloquist, as Tony would have said.
You belong very much to the Scottish Enlightenment.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, I'm just a bit of a latecomer.
Yes, a bit of a latecomer, but you do belong to the Scottish
Oh, well, that's
Enlightenment.
nice. Yes, that's nice.
Which is
to hear.
nice, and which I very much appreciate.
I'm glad to hear it, Tony. So look, some people who can't be here, as well as some people who are here,
What's that?
have put together some little appreciations for you in this little pamphlet. You don't have to read it now. But there's a photograph of one of our seminars on the front. This is from the late 90s or something like that, when we were both still youngsters.
So can I read that on some other?